Welcome back to What's Up Stratford. I'm here with Catherine Hardman, and she is the Executive Director for Choices for Change. Catherine, it's an absolute pleasure to have you on. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you so much, Peter. I'm happy to be here.
Well, there's lots to talk about, but I really want to start off with, tell us about the Connection Center and what's going on there.
Sure. So the Connection Center is funded through the United Way and the City of Stratford, and it is to provide support to people who are homeless and or precariously housed. So they may be living in a hotel, or they may be couch surfing or whatever. And so this is an opportunity for them to get connected to some services. So we have a number of services that are going in to the center. So we have our own court support program for Choices for Change is going in. We have nurse practitioner who's providing some primary care on site. We also have showers and laundry facilities for the clients, and of course food, which is a really important thing for them as well, and clothing and other survival items that they can access there. We have our other staff from our office that go in and provide some support in there and help them to get connected. Of course, a big part of it is helping them to try and find some housing, and getting them connected to opportunities that might be in the community, and maybe getting them connected to some other programs that might be able to support them in finding and maintaining their housing.
Now, Choices for Change is funded by the Ministry of Health. Do you also have to do some fundraising besides that?
No, at this time we don't do a lot of formal fundraising. We are a charity, and we certainly have people who donate to us, and we very much appreciate it because it does allow us to provide other programs. For example, we have a leisure group that we do, etc. So it does allow us to do some things that we're not actually funded to do. So we really do appreciate that. But for our core services, we don't fundraise.
So, can you tell me about the court services program as one of many that you have? What are some basic stuff you do?
So the court support program, so they will attend court with people. So they will go to first appearance court. They will get referrals from the Crown and sometimes from the police themselves for people who might be heading into court for various reasons. And so really it's about, is their mental health and or addiction issue impacting or contributing to their maybe behavior, their criminal behavior, so how can we support them? A big piece of our work is going into the jail here in Stratford and really ensuring that people have connection when they leave jail, because if they don't have connection or somewhere to live, or other plan, quite frankly, then we know what happens is they tend to go back to what they know. And so if we're able to provide some support to them while they're in jail, get them connected to some other services, maybe get them connected to residential treatment for addictions if that's what they are in need of. And so really it is about supporting people through the court process, if they're on probation or parole, connecting with their probation and parole officers, and we do a group as well, so that helps some of those folks that maybe aren't ready to make significant changes with their substance use or other behaviors, and so they can come and learn about some things, and maybe learn some things about addiction, and learn some things about substances, or just learn some things about relationships, etc. And so that helps them to maybe make some better decisions.
And you have several programs that involve peers. What would be some examples of how peers can actually help each other?
Yeah, so we have our peer support program. So we have both a drop-in center, which people can come, and we have a number of groups that they can do. So some of them are social rec things as well. So there's lots of groups like the car group, or there's euchre tournaments on the weekend, and some things where they can just socialize with each other. And then there's other groups where they maybe do some meditation or learn about mindfulness, etc. And really it is about peers helping peers. So these are people who have had similar experiences, maybe not the exact same experience, but similar experiences, and are able to share with each other and support each other in just really a different way than someone like myself or other staff are able to. They just understand it in a different way. And then we also have our peer outreach service. So that person also supports some of the work of the Connection Center. So they will go to the hotels with our outreach staff as well. They will go to the hospital. They also will go to the jail. And again, it's about that connection with people who providing that connection to someone who has maybe walk the same path as you're walking right now, and might be able to provide some support to you in a different way than what we can.
Catherine, if someone wants to reach out to you or know a loved one to connect on your program, how would they best reach out to Choices for Change?
So they can call I'll give our 800 number. So it's 1-888-218-0077. And if they call that number, and if they press number 1, that is our intake team. And so if the person's not available, then they will be able to leave a message, and somebody will give them a call back and set up an appointment with them and get some information from them. The other aspect of that is that team will also provide what we call interim support. So if there's a wait between the time that they have called and the time they get to see a counselor, for example, that team will continue to support that person in the interim. So they're not dropped, right? They're not just left waiting for service. And so we are able to, and then we may connect them to like our peer support services or other services that we have that might be suitable for that person. So that's the easiest way. And I'll say that we also do provide support for family members or loved ones of someone who might be experiencing an issue with their substance use or gambling behavior or other behaviors. So we consider family members and friends and significant others as clients themselves. And so, the person that they're concerned about may not be ready or willing to come and see us, but we're happy to provide them some support.
Exactly. Catherine, thank you very much for changing lives and giving people hope for the future. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Coming up next, we're going to talk to local historian and author, Dean Robinson.